Hello, my name is Kristen Berger, data analyst for Poseidon's Peerlytics consulting firm. I am going to introduce our company, and our motto is so far, if we can tame the ever-changing tides of the sea, we can lift your company up from the depths of poor communication. And I really enjoy this company. I would say one of my favorite experiences with this company is getting to work with a university called the University of West Georgia in a town called Carrollton, Georgia. It's a really small town, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but the people around there are very nice. The students were very helpful. They came out to events when we really started to advertise and really started to show what it was about. And then the faculty, they really helped us. They really allowed us to get involved, really helped us step by step to understand how to get involved with the school. And that is really what we really want. We just want to give new students and existing students opportunities to get involved with their campus. But sometimes our biggest dilemma currently is getting this organization to have more of a presence on campus. Because right now it doesn't have as much as presence, is kind of split and splintered. And to further go into detail about this, I'd like to introduce Crystal Baldwin, our senior public relations analyst, and she would be talking more about our prestigious company.
Our mission statement is to provide comprehensive strategic communication plans to startup or struggling businesses that will help them rise with the tide of success. As we work with them to increase the value of their brand and competitive market or help them regain ground lost thanks to strategic communication operations in the past. Amanda Warren, the president, contributed to the internal communications portion of the proposal. Donnell Quinton, the vice president, contributed to the statement of need portion of the proposal. Christopher Grissett, data analyst, contributed to the executive statement portion of the proposal. Wells, social media analyst, contributed to the recommendations portion of the proposal. Devontae Swint, marketing analyst, contributed to the external communications portion of our proposal. Donnell Quinton, the vice president of our company, will now speak about the areas of deficiency that new student programs can address.
Thank you, Crystal. My name is Donnell Quinton. I'm the Vice President here at Poseidon Peerlytics Consulting Group. It is my pleasure to present to you the Statement of Need. This section of our proposal focuses on information that we've gleaned from our meetings with leadership at the New Student Programs Department as well as research. We sat down with managers at the New Student Program Department and kind of gleaned information about how the company is run, its history, how management communicates with stakeholders, with the workforce, and with other departments in the university. And from this information, we were able to develop a picture, if you will, a plan of action about the improvements that can be made and where these improvements can be made. So what does New Student Programs see as areas for improvement? Well, we believe we've narrowed it down to 3 areas, and these can be grouped into 2 categories: department image and student involvement and participation. For department image, we believe that we can increase internal exposure with other departments. And for student involvement and participation, we believe that we can extend current external communications. Now, for department image, currently there is low involvement with other departments. With our proposals, we believe that higher involvement with another department through a strategic partnership can be achieved. For student involvement and participation, currently, New Student Programs is relatively unknown among the student body, but we believe with our proposals that higher recognition among the student body through public events and outreach can be achieved. Here's why we believe that our proposal can help new student programs. We think that our results speak for themselves. Our 3 most recent clients, City of Carrollton Parks, Innovision Company LLC, and Cohen Riley Millsap LLC, all experienced noticeable gains in the efficacy of their strategic communications. Thanks to careful research, meetings that we've had with leadership and key management at these companies, and through our proposals, they were better able to retain customers, better able to communicate to new customers, and customers expressed higher levels of satisfaction with the communications they were receiving as a result of our services with these three companies. And so we believe that we can help new student programs improve both internally and externally as a department. Now, Amanda Warren, our president, and Devontae Swint, our marketing analyst, will lead us through how new student programs currently communicates internally and externally.
Hello everyone. As previously mentioned, my name is Amanda Warren and I am the current president here at Poseideon Peerlytics. And today I have a couple of charts that I would like to show, just showing our findings of the current communication with the new student programs, and we have some proposals to change some things, and I also have a comparative analysis that I will be showing you. But before all that, I would just like to show you guys our purpose statement. And our purpose statement is, a long-term commitment to purposeful communication can bring success to any endeavor. And that's what we're here to do, is just to enhance that communication so that this department can become more successful, so it can grow and become more well-known. Okay, so first we have our first chart. It is the current and the proposed communication channels. In the darker gray, that is where new student programs is currently, and in the lighter gray, that is our proposal. And as you can see, we have the phone, the email, Skype, and face-to-face. The face-to-face being what we suggest to increase the most. It's very, minimal currently. So we are wanting to bring that up, and basically we believe that by just bringing up the face-to-face and lowering some of the other, not so personal forms of communication can greatly enhance communication and also help the department as a whole succeed. Lastly, if you will look, we have our comparative analysis chart. We chose another department here at West Georgia to compare the communication to, and we had chose financial aid services. Financial aid services is a very well-known, very effective, very successful department here at West Georgia. So by comparing the communication, we could also potentially, propose a like strategy. And by that, we believe that, this department, new student programs, could also be, as successful and as well known by doing that. So financial aid, you can see they still use phone, they still use email, they still use Skype. Their face-to-face, however, is significantly higher than the new student program. So we are wanting to bring that up, as I mentioned before, and this is a good sign that, the face-to-face does work. So the phone is a little higher than new student programs, which, is fine. Phone is still a little more personal than email and Skype is. So you're actually talking to someone, you're getting, answers fast. So that's fine. The more important thing here is just to raise that face-to-face. So guys, thank you for your time. That's all I have for you today. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to our marketing analyst, Devontae Swint. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, I am Devontae Swint and I'm the marketing analyst. I will lead us through how new student programs currently communicate externally. Here I have a SWOT analysis chart. The SWOT analysis for this organization is straightforward. New student programs serve students and families by educating, collaborating, and creating meaningful experience that encourage a positive transition to the University of West Georgia. Strengths include campus partners and community partners. Weaknesses include not being able to be face-to-face and inconsistency. Opportunities include being into different groups and being able to stay on track with classes. while threats include busy students and spot availability. Next, I will have Will introduce our recommendations.
Hello everyone, I'm Jianzhou Zhang. Now I'm going to introduce our recommendations. The first part is department images, and the first recommendation is capturing images of events, tours, and uplifting moments within the program. New students program can publish these photos on our school or websites. This can be seen as an advertisement which could promote positive images to those looking into attending West Georgia or that don't appear on campus as often. The second recommendation is creating a room office strictly dedicated to new student programs where activities, sign-ups, information, and help ads for new students are provided. So the department images will be enhanced. The third recommendation is creating a social media set specifically for students programs that shares pictures and activities which are taking place within new student programs. Not only would these social media accounts share pictures from past events and reflect upon them, they would also keep the students' life updated on event times, deadlines, and useful information as well. The fourth recommendation relates to cooperation with the other departments. In any case, the right cooperation can always be mutually beneficial. Our suggestion is to partner with the Center for Student Involvement Department to lift the commuter student service function out of obscurity and disrepair. The fifth recommendation is renovating the commuter student lounge completely. An unhygienic and dirty environment will give new students a bad impression. New student programs must do it well. The second part is about student involvement. In our opinion, the first recommendation is closely related to the previous part. In other words, the advice in the first part can also be effective in this part. For instance, creating social media accounts, capture displays, and a recreational area for the program. NSP will draw attention and capture interest within the student's body. The second recommendation is to let students know more. We believe that the NSP-CTI-run commuter student service should issue a new service to all undergraduate students via an electronic announcement to try to gain a feel for where our commuter students population currently stands. We suggest that this should be done yearly. The third recommendation is about improving the commuter student newsletter. The commuter students newsletter should be reviewed and sent out quarterly. It doesn't have to be complicated or long, just the news about construction projects, traffic issues, read-sharing information, and other tidbits, like car maintenance or how commuting is changing future commuter students who are great academic achievers, and tips for how to maintain a decent work-school life balance. Keep it short, sweet, and simple, but an outlet for informing commuter students nonetheless. The third part is the student participant, and the first recommendation of it is that we can hold a variety of activities. We could hold fun relay races on campus or competitions. We also promote it through social media. With that promotion, more and more people will participate. At all these events, we could have a booth that provides information on new student programs and what they have to offer. The second, NSP should hold an annual or semi-annual commuter student town hall meeting where students can voice concerns, pitch ideas, or hear upcoming projects from university leaders. This can be effective for many students to participate in the operation of the department. The final recommendation is about reward. Instituting a commuter student excellent award tied to academic performance or community service involvement that would function to give back to help commuter students. In addition, it will also attract more students to participate. Rewards are always the most attractive way. Next, welcome my teammate Christopher to make a summary.
And you're back with Christopher Grissett. In conclusion, we believe that these recommendations will boost the department's image, student involvement, and student participation while ensuring that the new student program grows along with the university. And I would like to say thank you very much for listening. And do you have any questions?
We're going to take some time now to answer questions that you might have about our presentation or about our company.
About this question, I believe this recommendation is important to help increase our student or member base for future growth. The reason is that phone relay races can hatch people's eyeballs. This activity is bigger and more attractive when compared with some activities which are limited by their own size. When we get the students' attention, it will be easy for us to promote the new students' programs and establish a stable student base.
The most obvious risk to using our recommendations would be that no change occurs in the amount of student involvement or student participation, and the department image does not increase either. To give an example of this, suppose that you upgrade the commuter student lounge. For students, you modernize the space, new lighting, new walls, new appliances, new television, new computers, everything. And commuter student use of the space does not go up. It's as if no change occurred. That would be a nightmare situation, considering that you, as a department, may have had to convince the university to spend $100,000, $150,000 on the space. The other risk that we see is that staff at new student programs could overwhelm themselves trying to accomplish all of our recommendations. There is a lot, and there may not be enough time to do the recommendations and still carry out their normal tasks.
Working with Poseideon Peerlytics would be a good idea because we will help implement new, memorable traditions that will better market new student programs at the University of West Georgia. We will make it a top priority to help in the struggle of making students feel comfortable in their new environment during this next big step of life.
That's a really good question. And ultimately, we believe that by optimizing the face-to-face communication, that it will build a more personal level with members of your staff and students, because everyone loves to feel that they're important and that, you know, they're worth your time. And it just makes a lasting impression when someone can put a face with a name, and it's something you can't achieve through an email or Skype or even a phone call. It takes that face-to-face communication, you know, a physical presence for them to really, you know, feel that impression that you were trying to, you know, put out there.
Hello, my name is Kristen Berger, here to answer a few questions about how much time and effort it would take in order to put the recommendations we've set forth in place. I believe it'll take upwards to a semester or two, because we have to interview the students, we have to find the funds, and we also have to go through faculty to make sure everything is okay and everything is running smoothly. The interview process alone, in order to understand what the students want and need, I believe it will take a matter of weeks to months, because we can't just interview one person. We have to go through surveys, the entire school, and yada yada. I also believe that getting funds from the school would be probably the most difficult process, and I'll say that would take upward to a semester, maybe two.
Between the six of us, we have 24 years of work experience. This has helped us improve companies such as Coan Riley Millsap, Innovision Company, and City of Carrollton Park. As seen with them, in a short period of time, we can improve your numbers along with laying down a strong foundation in a family feel to encourage future growth within your organization.
We're grateful that you've stuck with us throughout our entire presentation. So we've prepared these business cards as a takeaway for you. If you know of any businesses whose strategic communications plan needs to rise, please don't hesitate to give out these cards. And again, thank you.